Failure is not the end of the road, it's the beginning of a journey that can lead to unparalleled success if approached with the right mindset. In every field, from science to art, from leadership to innovation, failure has been the silent architect of greatness. Yet, for many, it's a source of shame or defeat. This video will help you rethink failure, seeing it not as a barrier but as a catalyst for transformation. We'll explore powerful lessons from history, profound narratives from mythology, and timeless principles that illuminate how failure shapes our success. If you're ready to unlock your full potential, subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset, your destination for actionable wisdom and growth. Let's dive in and embrace the art of turning failure into triumph. 1. Redefining failure as feedback. Failure is a concept often shrouded in negative connotations, but history and human progress reveal it as an essential force for growth. To redefine failure as feedback, we must first understand its true nature. It is not an endpoint but a critical process in refining our abilities, knowledge, and character. Consider the story of Thomas Edison, whose quest to invent the light bulb resulted in over 10,000 unsuccessful experiments. When questioned about his repeated failures, he famously responded, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This mindset reflects an important truth. Failure is a process of elimination, guiding us toward what does work. Edison's perseverance was not fueled by a lack of setbacks but by his ability to see them as stepping stones. The world of art provides similar lessons. Vincent van Gogh, now celebrated as one of history's most iconic painters, sold only one painting during his lifetime. His lack of recognition could have easily been deemed a failure. However, Van Gogh continued to paint with relentless passion, leaving behind a legacy that revolutionized the art world. His story teaches us that failure in one moment does not define the entirety of our journey. Beyond individual examples, failure has shaped civilizations. The construction of the Panama Canal, for instance, was fraught with obstacles. The initial efforts by the French ended in disaster due to disease, engineering challenges, and poor planning. It wasn't until the Americans adopted a systematic approach, learning from these failures, that the project succeeded, connecting two oceans and transforming global trade. This example underscores the idea that failure, when studied and adapted from, becomes the foundation for monumental achievements. From a philosophical perspective, ancient wisdom provides invaluable insight into failure as feedback. The Stoics, for example, believed that adversity reveals the true strength of an individual. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This statement suggests that obstacles are not interruptions to our progress but integral parts of it. Failure challenges us to grow in ways we might not have otherwise considered. In science, failure has been the bedrock of discovery. Consider the space race of the mid-20th century. Before the success of landing a man on the moon, countless rocket launches ended in catastrophic failure. Each explosion and miscalculation, while devastating, provided engineers with crucial information. Without these failures, the success of Apollo 11 would have been impossible. To overcome the fear of failure, one must first shift their perspective. Failure is not inherently negative. It is a signal, a form of guidance that points us toward a better path. Overcoming the stigma of failure involves embracing it as a necessary component of progress. This shift requires courage and humility, the courage to face setbacks without despair and the humility to learn from them. Another key to navigating failure is patience. Success rarely occurs in a straight line. Much like a sculptor chisels away at marble to reveal a masterpiece, progress requires repeated attempts, corrections, and refinements. Each failure is a stroke in the larger picture of achievement. Finally, overcoming failure involves introspection. Take time to examine the circumstances surrounding your setbacks. Ask yourself probing questions. What factors contributed to this outcome? What can I do differently moving forward? This process transforms failure from a source of frustration into a rich source of wisdom. Through history, philosophy, and personal reflection, failure can be redefined as a necessary catalyst for growth. It is not a verdict on our worth, but an opportunity to elevate our understanding and abilities. By embracing failure as feedback, we unlock the potential to transform setbacks into success. 2. Cultivating resilience through the lens of history. Resilience is the invisible thread that ties failure to eventual success. It is the ability to recover from setbacks and forge ahead, even in the face of overwhelming odds. History is rich with examples of individuals and societies demonstrating resilience, using failure as the fuel for transformation. One of the most striking illustrations of resilience comes from the life of Abraham Lincoln. Before becoming one of the most revered figures in history, Lincoln endured a series of personal and professional failures. He lost numerous elections, faced the death of loved ones, and suffered business collapses. Yet, he persisted. His resilience allowed him to overcome these hardships and lead a nation through the turmoil of the Civil War, ultimately reshaping the course of history. The story of resilience is also etched in the lives of inventors and pioneers. Consider the Wright brothers, whose determination to achieve powered flight was met with countless failures. Early attempts ended in crashes and ridicule, but they remained undeterred. By analyzing their setbacks, they eventually succeeded in creating the first powered, sustained, and controlled airplane. Their journey underscores a profound truth. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning, adapting, and persevering despite it. Resilience is not only an individual trait but a societal one. After the Great Fire of London in 1666, the city lay in ruins. Yet, instead of succumbing to despair, the people of London rebuilt their city with improved infrastructure and fire safety measures. This resilience transformed a disaster into an opportunity for progress, setting a precedent for urban planning that influenced cities around the world. Philosophical traditions also offer insights into cultivating resilience. The ancient Stoics believed in focusing on what is within our control while accepting what lies beyond it. Epictetus wrote, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This perspective is essential in developing resilience because it shifts the focus from external events to internal responses. Resilience often involves reframing failure as a test of character. In literature, the protagonist of Dante's Divine Comedy embarks on a journey through hell, purgatory, and paradise. The trials he faces are harrowing, yet they serve as a metaphor for human resilience. It is only by enduring these challenges that he attains a deeper understanding of life and himself. In the modern world, resilience is frequently observed in scientific breakthroughs. When early attempts to develop vaccines failed, scientists did not abandon their efforts. Instead, they used each setback to refine their methods. The eventual successes, such as the eradication of smallpox, stand as a testament to the power of resilience in overcoming monumental challenges. To foster resilience, one must embrace a mindset of persistence and adaptability. The road to success is rarely smooth. but those who possess resilience view obstacles as opportunities to test and strengthen their resolve. This mindset transforms failure from a source of defeat into a tool for growth. Building resilience also involves drawing strength from community and shared experiences. Just as the people of London rebuilt their city together, individuals can find resilience by connecting with others who share their struggles. Support and collaboration amplify our ability to recover and thrive. Ultimately, resilience is the bridge between failure and success. It requires patience, self-belief, and a willingness to adapt. By studying the lessons of history, philosophy, and personal experience, we can cultivate resilience and transform life's challenges into stepping stones toward greatness. 3. The role of reflection in transforming failure. Reflection is the compass that transforms failure into success. Without it, failure risks becoming a repetitive cycle of setbacks. With it, however, failure becomes a wellspring of wisdom and a gateway to growth. Throughout history, reflection has been the secret weapon of those who have turned their greatest defeats into their most profound triumphs. Consider the case of Julius Caesar and the pivotal moment of his military career during his campaigns in Gaul. After an initial defeat in one of the early battles, Caesar retreated and reflected on his strategy. He observed the strengths and weaknesses of his enemies, reassessed his tactics, and realigned his forces. His ability to pause, think critically, and learn from failure ultimately led him to unparalleled victories, solidifying his place as one of history's greatest generals. Reflection is not merely a solitary practice, it often intertwines with storytelling and shared knowledge. In the ancient Greek tradition, the concept of hamartia, a fatal flaw leading to a hero's downfall, was a recurring theme in tragedy. These stories, such as that of Oedipus or Achilles, were designed to provoke reflection in audiences. They ask people to consider their own flaws and decisions, using the failures of fictional characters as mirrors for their lives. Through these tales, reflection became a communal tool for self-awareness and growth. Religious and spiritual traditions also emphasize the importance of reflection in overcoming failure. In Buddhism, meditation serves as a practice of looking inward, allowing individuals to confront their struggles and understand their sources. Through mindfulness, practitioners develop clarity and insight, enabling them to break free from cycles of suffering. This reflective approach to adversity teaches that failure is not a permanent state, but an opportunity to transcend limitations. The scientific method, too, is rooted in reflection. Every experiment involves trial, error, and the analysis of results. When Marie Curie was conducting her groundbreaking research on radioactivity, she encountered countless obstacles, from equipment failures to health risks. Yet, through meticulous reflection on her findings, she refined her methods and ultimately made discoveries that changed the course of science. Her story illustrates how reflection transforms failure into a stepping stone toward innovation. In literature, reflection is often portrayed as the turning point in a character's journey. In Shakespeare's Hamlet, the protagonist spends much of the play wrestling with indecision and perceived failures. It is through his deep introspection that he ultimately confronts his destiny. While his story ends in tragedy, it demonstrates how reflection allows us to face our circumstances with greater understanding and resolve. Philosophically, reflection is an act of returning to the self. Ancient wisdom encourages us to examine our lives regularly. Socrates famously declared, "The unexamined life is not worth living." Reflection, in this sense, is not just a response to failure. It is a continuous practice of self-improvement. By revisiting our actions and their consequences, we gain a deeper understanding of who we are and where we are headed. In modern contexts, the power of reflection can be seen in professional sports. After a devastating loss, athletes and coaches analyze game footage, dissecting each play to identify what went wrong. This reflective process allows them to make adjustments and approach their next challenge with renewed focus. It is this cycle of reflection and adaptation that turns defeats into victories. Overcoming failure through reflection requires both honesty and patience. It demands an unflinching look at one's mistakes without the distractions of blame or self-pity. It also requires time, as true understanding does not emerge instantly but gradually, through careful thought and analysis. Reflection, then, is the mechanism by which failure reveals its lessons. It is a bridge that connects past mistakes to future successes. Whether in the context of leadership, personal growth, or societal progress, reflection transforms failure from a source of despair into a wellspring of enlightenment. 4. Perseverance. The heartbeat of success through failure. Perseverance is the unyielding force that keeps us moving forward when failure threatens to hold us back. It is not merely enduring difficulty but actively pushing against the tide of setbacks to emerge stronger. History, mythology, and culture abound with stories that illustrate how perseverance transforms failure into extraordinary achievement. The construction of the Great Wall of China, for example, is a testament to the power of perseverance. This monumental undertaking, spanning centuries and involving countless challenges, was fraught with failures. Sections of the wall collapsed due to structural weaknesses, and workers faced harsh conditions. Yet, through relentless effort and adaptation, the wall became one of the greatest architectural feats in human history. Its creation stands as a reminder that perseverance can turn even the most daunting visions into reality. Perseverance is also vividly captured in mythology. Take the tale of Prometheus, who defied the gods by stealing fire to give to humanity. For his transgression, he was condemned to eternal punishment, yet he endured. The story of Prometheus is symbolic of humanity's unyielding spirit, the willingness to persevere against impossible odds for the sake of progress. While he faced immense suffering, his act of defiance represents the triumph of resilience over adversity. In the world of science, perseverance is exemplified by Galileo Galilei. Faced with persecution for advocating the heliocentric model of the solar system, Galileo endured trials and house arrest. Despite this, he continued to write and share his findings, ultimately laying the groundwork for modern astronomy. His story shows how perseverance enables individuals to hold steadfast to their convictions, even in the face of overwhelming opposition. The concept of perseverance extends beyond individuals and is woven into the fabric of entire civilizations. After the fall of the Roman Empire, Europe entered what is often referred to as the Dark Ages, a period marked by instability and regression. Yet, through centuries of perseverance, societies rebuilt themselves, culminating in the Renaissance, a flourishing of art, science, and culture that reshaped the world. This transformation underscores the idea that perseverance, even across generations, can lead to profound renewal and progress. Perseverance is not just an abstract ideal, it is an active force that requires effort and sacrifice. The story of Harriet Tubman, who escaped slavery and returned repeatedly to lead others to freedom via the Underground Railroad, is a powerful example. Despite the immense danger she faced, Tubman's unwavering determination ensured the liberation of countless individuals. Her perseverance continues to inspire, proving that the human spirit is capable of overcoming even the harshest conditions. Philosophy also highlights the necessity of perseverance. Ancient thinkers often emphasized that the path to greatness is paved with obstacles. The Stoics, for instance, believed that challenges were essential for cultivating virtue. Seneca wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind, as labor does the body." This perspective invites us to view perseverance not as a burdensome effort but as a natural part of growth and self-discovery. Literature, too, celebrates perseverance. In Moby Dick, Captain Ahab's relentless pursuit of the white whale becomes a metaphor for human persistence. While Ahab's story serves as a cautionary tale about obsession, it also illustrates the depths of human determination. His unyielding spirit reflects the profound struggle to achieve something extraordinary, regardless of the cost. Modern examples of perseverance abound in the entrepreneurial world. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, faced public dismissal from the very company he helped create. Instead of allowing this failure to define him, Jobs founded new ventures, refined his vision, and eventually returned to Apple to lead it into its most innovative era. His journey is a testament to the idea that perseverance is not about avoiding failure but about persisting through it to achieve greater success. Overcoming failure through perseverance requires a deep sense of purpose. Purpose gives meaning to the struggle and provides the motivation to continue. It transforms setbacks from insurmountable barriers into temporary obstacles. Perseverance, then, becomes the force that bridges failure and success, allowing us to rise above challenges and achieve greatness. 5. The power of adaptability. Turning setbacks into strategy. Adaptability is the skill of transforming failure into an opportunity for growth by shifting perspectives and strategies. It is not just about enduring change but thriving in its midst. Across history, mythology, and the natural world, adaptability has been the secret to overcoming obstacles and achieving lasting success. In evolutionary biology, adaptability is a cornerstone of survival. Charles Darwin observed that it is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but those most responsive to change. The story of the peppered moth during the Industrial Revolution offers a vivid example. Once predominantly light-colored to blend with lichen-covered trees, the moth population shifted to darker tones as soot from factories blackened their environment. This change in coloration ensured their survival, demonstrating how adaptability enables life to flourish in changing conditions. Historical narratives echo this truth. During World War II, the Allied forces faced repeated failures in their attempts to breach German defenses. However, through adaptability, such as the innovative use of paratroopers and deception strategies, they turned the tide of the war. The D-Day invasion, a masterstroke of adaptability, involved meticulous planning that accounted for weather, terrain, and enemy countermeasures. This ability to adjust strategies in response to setbacks was instrumental in achieving victory. In mythology, adaptability is often portrayed as a defining trait of heroes. The story of Odysseus in Homer's Odyssey highlights his ability to navigate constant challenges through wit and flexibility. From escaping the Cyclops by pretending to be nobody to devising clever strategies to reclaim his home, Odysseus demonstrates that adaptability is key to overcoming even the most insurmountable odds. Adaptability also lies at the heart of some of the greatest entrepreneurial successes. The history of Netflix is a modern example. Initially a DVD rental service, Netflix faced obsolescence with the rise of streaming technology. Instead of clinging to its original model, the company adapted, embracing streaming and later creating original content. This willingness to pivot in the face of industry shifts turned Netflix into a global entertainment powerhouse. Cultural traditions provide lessons in adaptability as well. In Japan, the art of kintsugi, repairing broken pottery with gold, transforms damage into beauty. This practice reflects a philosophy of embracing change and imperfection, turning what could be seen as failure into something even more valuable. Kintsugi teaches that adaptability is not about erasing the past but about integrating it into a new and stronger future. Philosophical thought reinforces the importance of adaptability. The Stoics emphasized flexibility in responding to life's challenges. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This idea highlights that while we cannot control every external circumstance, we can adapt our thoughts and actions to navigate them effectively. In literature, adaptability often defines a character's success or downfall. In Pride and Prejudice, Elizabeth Bennet adapts her initial judgments about Mr. Darcy, allowing her to see beyond her biases and embrace change. Her adaptability leads not only to personal growth but to a fulfilling resolution of her story. Adaptability is also a critical factor in innovation. Consider the development of penicillin, one of the most important medical breakthroughs in history. Alexander Fleming's initial discovery of the antibiotic properties of mold might have been overlooked if not for the adaptability of subsequent researchers who refined the process. Their ability to adapt Fleming's discovery into a usable treatment revolutionized medicine and saved millions of lives. To cultivate adaptability, one must first embrace change as a constant. Resistance to change often stems from fear, but recognizing that failure is a natural part of growth opens the door to new possibilities. Viewing setbacks as opportunities to reassess and adjust strategies transforms failure into a stepping stone for success. Adaptability also involves a willingness to experiment and take calculated risks. Just as scientists and inventors test hypotheses, individuals can approach challenges with a mindset of curiosity and exploration. This perspective not only mitigates the fear of failure but fosters creativity and resilience. Ultimately, adaptability is the art of turning what is unexpected into what is meaningful. It is the ability to thrive in uncertainty and to find opportunities in obstacles. Through the lens of adaptability, failure ceases to be an end and becomes the catalyst for reinvention and progress. 6. The interplay of patience and time. Patience is the silent partner to perseverance and adaptability. It is the recognition that growth often requires time and that failure is not an immediate end but a phase in a longer journey. In nature, time is an ever-present force of transformation. The Grand Canyon, carved over millennia by the Colorado River, stands as a testament to the power of patience. What seemed imperceptible during each moment of erosion resulted in a masterpiece of geological wonder. In history, patience has been instrumental in shaping movements and revolutions. Consider Mahatma Gandhi's leadership during India's struggle for independence. Gandhi understood that systemic change required time and endurance. Through his philosophy of nonviolent resistance, he inspired millions to remain steadfast, despite decades of setbacks. The eventual success of India's independence movement demonstrates how patience amplifies resilience and persistence, leading to meaningful outcomes. Patience also plays a crucial role in personal growth. Michelangelo, when asked how he created the statue of David, replied, "I saw the angel in the marble and carved until I set him free." This statement reflects the patient, deliberate process of creation. It took years of meticulous effort to produce a masterpiece, underscoring that true greatness often emerges gradually, through persistent dedication. In the literary world, The Count of Monte Cristo by Alexandre Dumas highlights patience as a key to overcoming adversity. The protagonist, Edmond Dantes, spends years imprisoned unjustly. During this time, he cultivates his mind, body, and resources, patiently preparing for his eventual escape and meticulously planned retribution. His story illustrates that patience, combined with wisdom, can turn failure into a platform for ultimate triumph. Philosophical traditions also emphasize the value of patience. Ancient wisdom advises that rushing to success often leads to shallow or unsustainable results. As Lao Tzu wrote in the Tao Te Ching, nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Patience aligns us with the rhythms of life, allowing us to grow in harmony with the challenges we face. Modern success stories are no less reliant on patience. Elon Musk's journey with SpaceX is a prime example. After numerous rocket failures, including high-profile explosions, many doubted the company's viability. Yet, with patience and iterative learning, SpaceX achieved groundbreaking success, including reusable rockets and missions to the International Space Station. This achievement reflects the importance of patience in overcoming setbacks and achieving innovation. Patience is not passive. It is active waiting, filled with preparation, learning, and adjustment. It transforms time from an enemy into an ally, allowing individuals to mature, systems to evolve, and dreams to take root. By cultivating patience, we harness the power of time to turn failures into achievements. Conclusion. Embracing failure as the path to success. Failure is not the end. It is the foundation upon which success is built. History, philosophy, and personal stories remind us that how we respond to failure determines our ability to rise above it. By embracing resilience, reflection, perseverance, adaptability, and patience, we turn failures into stepping stones toward greatness. Failure is universal, yet its lessons are deeply personal. Each setback offers an opportunity to grow, to refine our character, and to strengthen our resolve. Just as fire tempers steel, failure shapes us into more resilient and capable individuals. As you navigate life's challenges, remember that failure is not a barrier but a bridge. It connects where you are now to where you are meant to be. Embrace it, learn from it, and let it propel you forward. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset. Join our journey as we continue exploring the ideas that unlock your potential, protect your energy, and empower your growth. Thank you for watching, and remember, failure is only the beginning of your success story.